Good day. We are going to do some tossing of a coin. This is a coin that I have. It's a South African coin. This side is a coat of arm. We should take it as a head, and this side with a bird, we'll take it as a tail. This bird has a tail, as you can see. So we are going to toss a coin. We'll do some trials over a number of times. We are going to toss it for a number of times and see what are the chances that it turned up into a tail, and what are the chances that it turns into a head after having tossed it several times. Okay? Every time we toss, we will indicate that it's a head here or a tail, and we'll further indicate wherever there is a head. We'll do it cumulatively and see how many times it turned into a head and how many times it turned into a tail. So we shall start with tossing. So as you can see, it's a head. Our first toss is a head. We'll record it as a head. Now it has turned into, as you can see, is a tail. And you can see it's a tail again. It's a head. Let's toss again. It's a head. We record it as a head. It's a tail. Sorry. You should be able to twist it properly. It's a head. It's a head again. It shouldn't run away. It's a head again. It should be tossed properly. It's a tail, as you can see. It's a tail. It's a tail again. Okay, sorry. Shouldn't run away from this worksheet. It's a head. It's a tail. It's a head. It's a tail. It's a head. You should be allowed to spin properly. It's a head. Now we continue. No, it's not spinning properly. It will. It's a tail. We record here. It's a tail again. It's a tail again. It's a head again. You can see. It's a head again. It must be tossed properly. It's a tail. I hope you can see it. It's a tail. It's a head. Tail. A tail. Tail. Head. Head again. It's a tail. A tail. A head. a tail, a tail should have a first spin, a tail again, and a tail, and a tail, and a tail, a tail, a tail, and a tail, and 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 a tail, a tail, and and a tail, a tail. Okay, now up to this stage, one could say, let me use two colors. We'll start with the head. There is one head, and like we want to do cumulative 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay. I will use the blue color for tail. I'll use the blue color for tail. Where's the blue color? I'll use the blue color for tail. Okay. The tail is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Just for this, the number of tosses so far is 60. We have tossed 60 times. 60 times. So for the tails, the results for the tails is 30. And the results for heads is 28. Now let's do the calculation. Have we calculated these things correctly? Because all of them must add to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is 15. Sorry, it's wrong. This should be 15. 15. Okay. 15. The counting has been correct. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This is 21. This should be 22. This should be 23. This should be 24. This should be 25. This is 26, 27, 28, 29. The same applies to the tails has not been counted correctly. This one is out. this should be 19, this should be 20, this should be 21, this should be 22, this should be 23, this should be 24, this should be 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and then 30. This one must be 31. So it simply means the number, should be 20, this is 29, this is 29. So this one must be 31. Yes, should be 31. So it simply means we've got 31 tails and 31 tails and 29 heads. Okay, so let's see in terms of fraction, what are they going to give us? We said the number of trials is 30, the total's outcome is 30. So what is 29? What is 29? What is 29 over 30? 60. And then in terms of 29, which is the 29 over 60 is equals to 0.48. Is 0.48. And what is 31 over 60 in terms of decimals? 31 over, this is for heads. 31 over 60 is giving us 0.52. Is giving us, this is for the tail. For the tail is 31. As you can see, if you look at the two values, one for the head and one for the tail, if we were to round them to one decimal place, they all give us 0.5. They all give us 0.5. So, meaning that the chances of getting a tail, both a tail and a head, is almost equal. It's half. So the thing is that we only went for 60 trials. We could have gone for 100 trials, and if you have gone for 100, it would have been very closer to 0.5. So this kind of results are called experimental probability. The chances of getting a head or a tail in reality is very close to 0.5. We cannot say it's 0.5, it's just close to 0.5. This is experimental. So we are trying to compensate the theoretical part of probability, of chances of getting a head of a head. In theory, is 0.5. In practice, it's close to 0.5. Thank you very much. You enjoy